Hi TCA, I'm Mindy Wheat and I want to teach you one more letter using the multisensory approach we've been doing. So let's get started, let's review. Boys and girls, make sure you look at me, you're listening to me, and you're saying it, and you're doing it with your hands. Let's get started. Consonants close the mouth. The sound is blocked or partially blocked by the tongue, the teeth, or the lips. F, feet, C, carrot, K, G, goggle, G, L, lion, L, S, sock, S, D, donut, D. Vowels, your mouth is open and voiced, and the sound is continuous. I, igloo, I. A, apple, A. O, ostrich, aw. Now let's review the sounds. Pause this video if you need to wait in order to get out a highlighter or a whiteboard marker or a magnet letter or some sand to write in. Once you're ready, go ahead and push play. Are you ready? I'm going to say some sounds. Let's see if you can figure out what letter they are. As in feet. G. 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 As in goggles. S. S. As in sock. K. As in carrot. K. As in carrot. L. L. As in lion. D. D. As in donut. A. A. As in apple. Aw. Aw. As in ostrich. I. As in igloo or itch. Okay, check your work. F, G, S, C, L, D, A, O, and I. Good job, boys and girls. If you didn't get them all, keep practicing, and we'll do it every time. Now, what sound is heard at the beginning of every word? Tackle, terrific, torpedo, twinkle, taxi, tornado. These are some good words. Let's do it again. I'm going to add 2 more this time. And I want you to repeat the words after me, okay? That will really help you hear the sound. Pay attention to what your mouth is doing at the beginning. That will also help you say the sound. What sound is heard at the beginning, right at the first part of the word, the beginning of every word? Tackle. Now you say it. Tackle. Terrific. Terrific. Torpedo. Twinkle. Tent. Taxi. Tornado. Table. Did you hear the same sound at the beginning of all those words? If you didn't, rewind it and listen to it one more time and see if you can get it. The beginning of those words. What sound did you hear at the beginning of all of those words? Tackle, terrific, torpedo, twinkle, table, taxi, tent, and tornado? Did you hear T? That's the sound. T. Make sure you keep your teeth still and your jaw still. You don't want to say ta, ta. Keep the teeth still. T, t. Good job. That's the sound I heard in all those words too. But let's see what our mouth is doing. T. Is it open or is it blocked at some point? Is it being blocked by the tongue, teeth, or lips? T, t, t. My lips aren't blocking it. They're wide open. T, My teeth are kind of open, t, but what about my tongue inside? T, t, t. It's kind of hard to see, but behind my two teeth, my tongue, if this is the roof of my mouth, my tongue is tapping on the top of my mouth, right behind the front teeth. It's going t, 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 right down to the bottom of the mouth. So it's like bouncing a ball. T, 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 t. You got it. So the tongue is partially blocking the sound. It's blocking it and then it's releasing the sound. T, t. So it is partially blocked by the tongue. Is it voiced or is it unvoiced? T, t, t. Do you feel it vibrating right there? T. It's got a snapping sound, but it's not vibrating. It's not like ah. It's going t, t. It's just air coming out, so it is unvoiced. Good job. So if this letter is blocked, I almost said open. If this letter is blocked and unvoiced, then is it a consonant or is it a vowel? You're right, it's a consonant. But first let's look at this letter. This letter is a T. The way they wrote it, sometimes you see it like this in books. The way they wrote it is they have like this little tail at the bottom, but sometimes you don't see that. Sometimes all I see is just like this, where it just goes straight down and then across in the middle. But this is our letter T, tent, t. Keep the jaw still, t. Now, the coolest thing about this letter is it's related to one of the other letters that we have learned, and that's this one. These two are very similar in what our mouth does. The only difference is this one is voiced and this one is unvoiced. So watch, our tongue taps on this one, it's bouncing a ball, and your voice is on. D, 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 d. Over here, you're tapping your tongue, but the voice is off. T, 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 t. So sometimes when we're spelling, we can get these two mixed up. We got to make sure we say it very clearly to hear, is it unvoiced? T. Is it voiced? D. So if you get tricked by these can be two letters that we need to practice saying the sounds and having you write without looking at them. So parents, if these are tricky sounds for your kids, this is a good one to practice at home. Go back and forth saying some of these and see if they can correctly write the correct letter. So our letter is T, and it is getting added right behind the consonants because it is a consonant, closing the mouth. Okay, so now we need to learn how to write it up on the whiteboard. We are going to start just like an L. We're going to go top to bottom. We're going to go down. That's our starting stroke. This is a letter that starts like an L. We're going to go down. So you're going to go down, and then you can lift up your pencil. You're going to start at the tree, and you're going to go across, but you're going to go in the direction we read and write. We're going to go that way. We're not going to come backwards. We want to get ready. If we were writing a word, we're going to get ready to write the next letter, and we want to be done over here so we can start writing the next letter. So we're going to go down, across, right on that dashed line. We shouldn't be up here doing the cross. We shouldn't be down here doing the cross. We also want to make sure that this is sitting on the line right where the roots start. We don't want to be going underground at all, even just a little bit. You also want to make sure it's touching the line and not floating above it. Don't make it stop up here where there's just a little bit off the line. You want it touching the line. No flying letters. So let's do some skywriting to practice. We're going to name the letter. We're going to say the strokes of the letter while doing it with our arms, but don't just do it with the wrist. We need to bend at the shoulders. That's where we put our arm over here. So that way we can feel the whole thing moving. So a strong, straight arm. Use the hand you would hold a pencil with. Strong, straight arm. Name the letter. T. Down, across. Name the letter. T, down, across. Make sure when you're going across, you're starting at the tree and you're going away. Name the letter T, down, across. Good job. Now you're ready to practice it on the big tree paper. Click the link from above where it says T tracing paper, and you're going to trace it on this paper with your finger 3 times. But when you do it, you have to say it. So you're going to trace it and you're going to go T, down, across. T, down, across. T, down, across. Now, if you have done it on the paper with your finger 3 times, you are ready to do it with a highlighter. Take the lid off. Do not keep the lid in your hand. You want your other hand free. This hand, the job of the other hand is to hold the paper down so it's not moving around. So you're going to hold it down on the table with that hand. And then you're going to use this hand to write with. And you're going to do it 3 times. You're going to trace right over it. You're going to go down, across. 3 times, really good. Make sure you say the strokes. Down, across. T, down, across. Once you've done it 3 times with the highlighter, you can do it 1 time with the highlighter right next to it. Or if you need to, if this is a tricky one for you, you can practice 3 more times with your finger and then do it once with a highlighter. We want lots of practice so this gets in your brain so it's as smooth and as easy as saying your first name. Once you've filled this up and done one that's really good and your parent put a star next to it, then start practicing writing a couple letters on the small tree paper and you are good to go. Thank you guys for watching this.